Okay, so friggin' got a bunch more work done on the trapter last night during the live show there. I got pretty excited when I started building the brakes, so I figure I might as well show you what I did. So it's just the stock Sigurder. So you pull the pedal and it's just you know, where it happened before, except for there was like a thing attaching the two together onto this one. So this is the throttle, and you can see you can do them both different now. Right, so that's more awesomner. So then I just put a bar there with the springs onto it, just for, you know, extra spring. Then I got bars coming up there, and then I'll show you what I did down there. So this bit's off of another ariens that I tore apart a long time ago. I'm going to keep the bits out of different things just for this reason. So this piece here is actually out of this trapter, and it's got a little arm onto it down here. So it's just like a piece of pipe with a little tab onto it right there, right? So then I had this dirt bike piece, and it had a bar onto it and a little antler, like a little, you know, two-sided Sigurder with a pin going through it that would actuate the brake on the dirt bike. But so I cut that piece off of for frig's sakes here and welded it on there and put a bar in there or whatever, and so you pull this one. There's lots of spring onto it, so I can't really, you can get an idea there. Pull that one and it'll pull this one and it'll pull that thing, all one spiel. And then I put a spring on the back there, and I just pounded the end of a threaded rod flat, drilled a hole, and put a nylon lock Sigurd on there with a washer, and so that adjustable spring tensioner there. So that's pretty friggin' awesome. And then I did the throttle similar way, just a flat piece of metal, the piece angler, and welded it to the Sigurd. I welded a little stopper tab there so it wouldn't go any further back than that, because just bees in a cable, it's, you know, this one's all bar and stuff, so it didn't really need that. But with the cable there, that end could flip backwards, you know, and then the throttle won't work. But so yeah, I'm going to cut some holes in here in the brake caliper mount. I don't know if I showed you that or not yet, but I just put two pieces of angle iron up on their ends there and welded the brake bracket itself to the Sigurd. And so I'm gonna, if I had thought about it ahead of time, I just drilled holes into it, but I plasma cutter a couple holes in there so I can run the throttle cable, you know, right under the brake there, so then it's out of the way, everything and stuff. And then I'll probably drill a hole, you know, right abouts in the spots where it needs it. We'll put the engine on and everything, get that all situated, and then figure out where I want the throttle cable to come up and out. So that'll be more awesomner. And I started, I made little outriggers there. So I got to find more bar. We run out of bar. I got like this 1-inch stuff and different things. Like I was thinking, you know, I could come across like this to there. So as you know, if you hit something, it'll deflect it off and not just slam your back tire into different things. But if you look at that handle, like, you know, you got it coming in on a handle like this and then a handle like that, that looks just dicked, you know. It'll be stronger as frig because you'll be able to weld all this area here and, you know, to something that's actually going to tie the whole spiel together. But the handle though, the handle, right? So if I'll Sigurd the end and, you know, make it flush, right? I'm not going to overlap it like that, but yeah, I think coming from that corner there and over would give it more. Obviously, you know, it's upside down, but you can see the handle's a lot more nicer on that there, you know what I mean? And different things. So then I could, I don't know if I'd want to fill this in with anything or not. It's a pretty big area, but yeah, got a bunch done so far. I got the seat on and everything. You can see, I mean, we had it right side up and got the engine all situated and pretty well everything we could do on the top before we flipped it over. And now we're pretty much at the point we can flip her back, but I gotta just cut the holes in there to run the Sigurd in there before we do that. And a couple little things and different things, and then I gotta rig up some sort of a spiel. Not really sure exactly how I'm gonna do it, but I don't, you know, want to just bend this axle, and with that much friggin' chooch out from there, you know, the program's going to get cocked real quick. So, you know, a couple extra bearings, not a big deal. Just got to, you know, figure a way to mount them, that's all. So I'll probably, I don't know, come off this corner to that corner and then from there straight over or something, or zig what it was, you know what I mean? I don't know, but it's not too bad, not too bad. Got to put more weld on this. I just tacked it on there just for, you know, we were looking, and then I looked real good and it worked. So I was like, yeah, so I'll just sink a little bit more weld on that probably, and cut more things. But yeah, I'm freaking proud as shit of myself for that one, boys. Look at that. That is a freaking sweet breaking throttle setup on the freaking racing trapter there, for freak's sake. So, oh, my chain tensioner too. I made a little stop for it, so you know it won't bounce up. I need to find a heavier duty spring, but I mean it'll work like that. I already had it Sigerton, so friggin' rights. Just keep the slack out of the chain, and you know it just need more awesomner. Like that's just awesomner right there. Just building the shit out of this thing I am, but anyways, Elemental P's is working on him's racing trapter. So this is what you know, it's like the same engine and different things, so it's more of a, you know, of a matched pair of cigarettes, right? Whereas, you know, that one, it's, you know, I don't know, we could race, you know, if this one's not done by the time his is done, but I'm sure his will be done before this one's done. But yeah, I'm going to put smaller tires onto it so I can lower it right down fairly easily, and I'm thinking about putting those little bastards on the front for more grips in the turns, different things, and I'll probably widen and lower the front end too, and different things. And I'd like to put a turbo on it, but you know, time and money and this and that, and I don't know, I might just, you know, get it running and going, and then, you know, work on the turbo, you know, as we work on different things. But yeah, I think this trapter will be pretty awesome, and I got a rear end and an engine for the other Ford too, and it's a lot smaller of a unit, so that'll be a fun little unit, I'm sure. But anyways, boys, had a blast doing the live show yesterday. The first day wasn't so much fun because nothing was working and everything was cocked and only 50 dicks could get on, and wait for consultations and stuff. It was just totally dicked, but second day worked out pretty good. And we got quite a bit done on the trapter and different things there, so I'm hoping that I can probably get the engine on it and this and that today. And I mean, it shouldn't be a big deal. Got the throttle cable, a little this, a little that, everything's freaking set up. I mean, if I short of building them outrigger bearings, I mean, we could toss the engine on it right now, hook up the throttle, and go for a shit snot, right? But I'm going to end up jumping it, bend that axle, and then it'll be dead. So I better just hold my cigarettes here. But yeah, I want to thank Crazy Boogie there. Without Crazy Boogie operating the whole cigarette there, the show couldn't have gone on, different things, and it was pretty awesome times. Had a lot of feedback from the viewers and whatnot, and of course 200 cigarettes. 200 cigarettes helped out quite a bit too. You know, Boogie was, you know, this and that, and he needed to help Boogie, and he needed to help me, and you know, he was just like the cigarette of all cigarettes last night. It was pretty awesome. And I don't even know how much friggin' time and effort friggin' Junked Our Builds put into all that, because friggin' he's in the Americas and different things, and I don't know how he does it. He knows the dicks from NASA and shit though, right? So friggin', you know, he probably had them help him. But yeah, check out Crazy Boogie, 200 Cigarettes, and Junked Our Builds on the YouTube TVs there. Couldn't have friggin' done the live shows without him. And stay tuned for part 3 of the trapter build coming up here shortly, probably, maybe, but probably not, but maybe. Anyways, there you go, boys. Another Dicker Pug 1 production. So until tomorrow.
Don't let the butchers get you.